Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Mix It Up Monday, and I've decided to add to that Baby Got Scraps so I can use up some more scraps. And this is the amazing sketch from the lovely Jennifer for us to use for Mix It Up Monday, a hop where we try and mix up the sketch a little and add some mixed media to it. So I have some pictures from Christmas of this past year, and I have a pile of scraps from Busy Sidewalks by Crepe Paper. And I'm hoping to use as many of those as I can. Luckily, one of them's pretty big, so I can use that for some matting. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use the green or the white background paper. And then I have a couple of different kinds of mixed media and a stencil by Scrapping Reflections that I want to use. And I am going to bring in at least one other color. And then I'm hoping to use like my the spray on that back mixed media area. So I have my papers. I've got my scraps. I've already selected some embellishments, my mixed media, and my pictures. And then, of course, this lovely sketch from Jennifer. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I have never put acrylic paint like this through a stencil. So first things first, I took a piece of Vicki Boutin's mixed media paper because I thought it would hold this best, because I do know that it is very liquidy and it would have totally warped, if not destroyed, a regular piece of white cardstock. I absolutely make a gigantic mess with the red. This is Apple Barrel Matte Acrylic, and I tell you what the color is, but I've somehow made a mess and can't see it. So it's red, some kind of a red. So anyway, I put that through my stencil and just use a little palette to scrape it around and then pull my stencil off. Now, I left the whole paper there even though I had already trimmed the circle out because I didn't want to have to be really particular about where I put the acrylic paint. So I put that down, and yes, the lines are not beautiful and very clean like it would be if it was like a ink or so usually like with some pastes and stuff. I'm fine with that. Like I said, I've never used acrylic paint like that through a stencil. So I did decide to go with the green because I didn't like the way that white circle was going to look on that white background. I'm not 100% thrilled with the way that it looks, but also I like it. Like after it was all said and done, but when I set everything down after this is over, I set everything on my desk to dry for the night and then came back to it. And when I came back to it this morning, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Now that it's all done, I do like it. Is it my favorite layout I've ever created? No. But I do like the way that it turned out. I think it's because of the drastic flip-flop. She has a white background with a darker colored big, large circle. And because I flip-flopped it, I think that drastic difference is what threw me off. But here's the close-up. I've already attached the pictures. I used my little circle stencils to cut my pictures out in a circle, as well as the mat for my pictures from those scraps. So I like I said, now that it's started to come together, I like it much better. Not my favorite layout I've ever done, but the concept is definitely great. I love this sketch, and we'll probably use it again in the future in a different way when I don't feel so tied to using Christmas collections, because sometimes that'll hold you back too. Plus, I didn't have the Christmas stencils I have would not have worked on here. Like, that was my original plan, was to pull out a stencil that was Christmassy. But, like, all the ones I have, like, from Scrapping Reflections and stuff are bigger, like Christmas tree and things. So it wouldn't be, like, this circle that has, like, the pattern in the middle. I could have done stars, but I really wanted to kind of stick with the hearts. And I definitely want to do red because I had that green paper. So, in the future, I would just change things up and stick with that lighter background and the darker circle because I love that concept and I love the way the sketch looks. But anyway, like I said, I do love the way that it turns out. It's just like not my favorite, layout ever. So anyway, I start creating little bits of things kind of going around the circle. So in the sketch, that's not necessarily what's there. Like there's a couple clusters on the top of the furthest circle over, and then next to the title on the bottom of the first circle. But I really just kind of put a few things kind of around. Now, some of them are clear stickers, and so I could have matted them to make them stand out more, but I really didn't want them to. I kind of want them to blend in a little. I put a couple things that are not clear on here so that they are a little bit more obvious, but like the little sled and the taxi cab, I just left those, and the candy canes as clear stickers because I didn't necessarily want them to be in your face. Like I just wanted that little extra bit of something around the circle. So the mixed media that I use, like I said, I use that apple barrel acrylic paint. And then the yellow, I started with Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz, and it is in mustard seed. I thought that'd give me a little bit more of a saturated look. And then I go in and add Harvest Moon Distress Mica Stain by Tim Holtz, which gives it that shiny look. And so I have that in all three clusters. Now, the majority of the cluster on the far right gets covered over by the picture. You can see a little of it peeking out above that picture of my son. But for the most part, you can't see a ton of it, and I'm okay with that. I made the circle 9 inches instead of probably should have made it 8. But like I said, I'm okay with the way it turned out. I did have to Frankenstein my alphas because I didn't have a T left in this collection. So I turned a L into a T, and it's fine. Everything is fine. I made it work. It's not beautifully perfect, and you can tell it's Frankenstein, but I'm okay with that. And you really have to look at it like it's not something that you just instantly are like, So, and then I added the year on here, and I didn't really do a lot of journaling because I'm going to have a lot of journaling overall with my Christmas layouts, but I do have this little tag I decided to hang over to the side, and it just says to my kids from mom, and then it says one thing you want. So this is a picture of the kiddos opening up their want gift, and then that one in the middle is my daughter's boyfriend and my grandson opening up his present, one of his presents. So, but that is it. I do like the way that this turned out. It's not exactly what I had in my mind, but I do like the way that it ended up looking in the end with everything on here. I hope you'll go check out everybody else who's doing the Mix It Up Monday. There is a playlist for that, and you can find that in the description box. It is a whole lots of fun. I love to watch how other people create from the exact same sketch or from scrap lifts. And then, of course, there is a playlist for Baby Got Scraps, using our scraps up this month. So I hope you will check that out as well. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.